It is a sad morning for the CBS News family. Today, we welcome you to the early show. I am Rebecca Jarvis.
And I'm Russ Mitchell, and we're going to begin with that this morning. As you said, a sad day for us. We received word this morning that Andy Rooney has died from complications following minor surgery. We found this out about an hour ago. He was 92 years old. For more than 30 years, Andy had the final word on 60 Minutes. He wrote and delivered more than 1,000 original essays on every imaginable subject, from whether God existed to the stuff he found in his drawer. In 1998, he told an interviewer that he, quote, had a knack for getting on paper what a lot of people have thought and didn't realize they thought. Andrew Aitken Rooney was born in Albany, New York in 1919. He attended Colgate University but was drafted into the Army in 1941, which was his junior year. During World War II, he was a correspondent for Stars and Stripes, the newspaper for the U.S. Armed Forces. He covered the Allied invasion of Europe. In 1949, Andy Rooney joined CBS. He wrote for such legends as Arthur Godfrey, Gary Moore, and Harry Reasoner. In 1978, Andy began writing for himself on 60 Minutes.
If I had my life to live over again, I'd be on television. I'd get on 60 Minutes if I could, and I'd do a piece every week of my own. I'd write it and say it, and that's what I'd like to do best, and that's what I do.
In all, he wrote 1,097 commentaries. The last one aired on October 2nd.
I've done a lot of complaining here, but of all the things I've complained about, I can't complain about my life.
Though TV made him a star, Andy considered himself first and foremost a writer. He wrote 16 books and many newspaper columns. Andy Rooney is survived by 4 children, 5 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. His wife of 62 years, Marguerite, died in 2004. So to repeat, longtime CBS News essayist Andy Rooney died today. He was 92 years old. Of course, there'll be more on this in this broadcast and all CBS News broadcasts throughout the weekend. And we were talking about this earlier. Not only is he a legend journalistically, what a great guy. We'd see him in the hall all the time. Always had a nice word to say.
This is what we were thinking of a couple weeks ago when it was his last appearance on 60 Minutes and talking about how great it is to run into him in the hallway of CBS News. And it was the first phone call I made to my family at CBS News. I just saw Andy Rooney in the hallway.
Yeah, wonderful guy. A big loss for all of us.
He will be missed. He will be missed.